Live from the CW33 studios, it's Small Time with 4-Day Weekend. Tonight on the program, urban scientist Nipsy Carruthers, the stand-up comedy of Trevor Benson. I'm David Wilk with Ray Sharp and the Unemployables. And now a man who has trouble with a curtain, David Ahern. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Small Time. It is great to be here. Boy, there's so much going on in the news. I tell you what, in entertainment news, Disney, boy, they had quite a week. They acquired Star Wars from George Lucas, which is amazing. Wreck-It Ralph, the movie about video games, is a tremendous hit. And they also acquired Marvel. They have cornered the nerd market. I mean, I have heard rumors that at Disney World, they're building a new ride called Virgins of the Caribbean. I tell you what, we have a great show lined up for you tonight. While I have a moment to say hello to Ray Sharp and the Unemployables. You know, if you're reading Marvel, the chances of you seeing a woman naked is about zero.
Oh, Dave.
You know what I'm talking about.
That was good. I
you
like
love
that.
comic books.
Oh, Dave, I can't get enough comic books. Sometimes I make my own comic books.
Really?
Yes.
Do you draw them? And
I do. I have a character called Literal Lee.
Literal
And he takes everything. Oh, look at me. I'm literal.
Well, you know what? Go to literally.com and buy some of Dave's work, which
Please
is
do.
really,
Please do.
really good stuff. I tell you what, it's time for my first guest on the program. This gentleman is an urban scientist. Please welcome Nipsy Carruthers. How are you, Nipsy?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. It's nice to have you back on the program.
Thank you so much.
For those of you out there at the viewing audience that don't know what an urban scientist is, tell us what that is.
Well, we at the Urban Science Institute are dedicated to finding out the fallacies of the cultural beliefs about the differences between Caucasians and African Americans.
See, I maintain there really are no differences. We're all one and we're the same.
Well, there's an urban myth about that, for example, Caucasians drive like this.
I drive like that from
And
time to time.
African Americans drive like this. Well, we at the Urban Science Institute have conducted a survey to find out whether or not that is actually true and done some experimentation. Now, what we call the angle of deflection, which is the amount of variance from vertical, someone under goes.
You're gonna be okay. Huh? You know, it's very emotional. I know. It gets very emotional talking about this stuff.
We at the Institute have found that the angle of deflection, or what we call the vertical variation of someone's driving style, has nothing to do with their ethnicity.
What does it have to do with?
Well, it completely has to do with the fact that some people believe Caucasians drive uptight.
Right.
Because their buttocks are screwed together so tightly.
Right.
Whereas we found that to be untrue.
Hold on. This is Lonnie of the CW page. Lonnie, what are you doing?
Well,
We're in the middle of an interview. We're broadcasting live right now.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Ahern. Part of my duties as CW page are to give studio tours.
Well, I know, but do it when we're not on the air. How about that, Lonnie?
This is interesting because we did a study about whether Caucasians interrupt more than any other ethnic group.
And do they?
Actually, this is true. This falls right in line.
Now, how would you say, how do you feel like Lonnie's buttocks? Is it tight or is it loose like African Americans?
Oh, those buttocks are incredibly tight.
They're tight.
I couldn't help but notice when he walked in. You couldn't hear the squeaking?
Well, I tell you what, Lonnie, just get through, please. We gotta keep going with the show. Please,
all right, everyone, follow me.
Thank you for joining us very much.
Oh my God.
Thank you, guys.
You don't
Good
hear
to
that?
see you. Thank you. Please don't put that on YouTube. Please, for the heavens.
Just like somebody trying to undo a rusty bolt.
The studio's huge.
I know. What are you doing on the studio tour?
I've never taken it.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I tell you what, my next guest will be performing at the Encore Lounge at the 4-Day Weekend Theater, November 19th through 26th. He's a very funny stand-up comic making his network television debut. Please welcome Trevor Benson.
Thank you so much. Hey, you know, I noticed something the other day. I don't know if you've noticed this, that sometimes there's little differences between ethnicities. You know, like sometimes white guys, they drive like this. Huh? And then other times you'll see black guys, they drive like this.
That's a complete fallacy. We've disproved that with science. We told you this was untrue.
And if you look here, this is a confrontation.
Hey,
scientific.
guys, I'm right in the middle of my set.
He's doing observational humor.
Well, his observations are completely incorrect. How much science do you have back?
This is kind of
All right, folks,
Sorry,
I'd like to thank
door
my
was
guests
locked.
tonight, Nipsy Carruthers and Trevor Benson. Join me tomorrow night when my guest will be Lady Gaga's wardrobe consultant. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Good night.